Hi everyone, this is Jonathan Baumgart. I'm the CEO of Atomic Consulting, and in today's video I'm going to discuss 3 reasons why you should consider obtaining a Forex broker license. So let's get right into it. There's a lot of advantages. I will just cover the 3 main reasons, and if you want to discuss licenses more with us, then feel free to arrange a call and contact us. So I would say the number 1 reason, especially nowadays, and this video is being filmed in 2020, is banking. So banking is incredibly difficult. You definitely want to check out the other video we made where we go into the details about why banking is so difficult for non-licensed brokers. But if you want to have secure banking options, if you want to actually get access to a decent bank account, which has become incredibly difficult without a license, then this is the best way. Banking is the foundation of your broker. You can have the best technology, the best software, you name it. You can have all the bells and whistles, but if clients can't send money to you, what's the point? Why bother? You can have an amazing sales team. If the client cannot make a credit card payment, debit payment, or use NetTeller, any of these options, then you don't really have a business. So banking really is the foundation. The license opens up your doors to banking because this industry, Forex and CFD trading, is very high risk. That's how banks classify it. And as I outlined in our other video, banks just don't want to work with non-licensed companies. With that said, it's even challenging to get decent banking when you have a license, but a license does open up the door. And that's why it's important to select the right region, which is really based on your specific needs, and we can kind of help you figure out. So as a subset to banking, I hinted at it, but also access to payments. It's very difficult to find PSPs, payment service providers, that are going to work with a non-licensed broker. So a major advantage in obtaining a Forex broker license is also opening up the door to PSPs. 9 out of 10, so even more extreme, 99.9% of PSPs do not want to work with unlicensed Forex brokers. So if you're serious about the business and you want to avoid banking headaches, then it's best to get a license. It's a fair investment, but as I mentioned, there's no way around this. And on a positive note, and this is the next point, is you really separate yourself out from the crowd when you obtain a Forex broker license. So because it's difficult to obtain in terms of time, costs, and the investment in resources, your broker is a world apart from the other ones. An unlicensed broker obviously won't have the same resources that you do, and it'll show from your banking options, from the fact that you can accept payments from a variety of different providers. Like I mentioned, banking is the number 1 challenge that most unregulated brokers face. So by obtaining a license, your broker really stands out from the crowd. So credibility is a huge issue. And keep in mind that even if you're able to secure some banking options, there are many high net worth traders who will not open an account with an unregulated broker. So that means that a lot of money is being left on the table, or those traders are going to a competitor that does have a license. And it makes sense. If someone wants to put in a couple €100, they don't care as much about regulation. But if someone wants to make a deposit of 50,000, 100,000, €500,000, they're going to want to know about your broker. And you better have a license to show them, otherwise they'll be scared away. And the same goes for larger, corporate clients. A lot of big firms who may want to come to you for hedging or, to run one of their own funds, they want to know that they're trading with a secure broker, because there could be investors who are opening the accounts. And those investors, in turn, want to also know that they're partnering up with a firm that's regulated. So credibility matters, and it's good in a way that a Forex broker license is difficult to obtain. that it takes a long time, because this separates your broker from the rest. So high barrier entries actually are good in this industry. Many complain, but I view it as positive, because if you can get a license, you're now well above the rest. And the final point regarding a license is even a smaller license is the next stepping stone to something bigger. So to take a step back, I often mention that some of the biggest names you've probably heard of didn't start off with an office in UK, in Hong Kong, in Australia, and all over the world. These firms many times started off unregulated, but the next step in the process for them was to get a medium tier license in a place like Vanuatu or maybe Labuan, Malaysia, or somewhere else offshore. Getting your first license is the next step in the credibility of your broker, because it's often difficult to get an Australia license, a UK license, when you don't have anything to show, when you don't have any prior regulation. And so when I'm talking about a license, I'm not just referring to the bigger regions out there like the FCA in the UK. I'm talking about any license. Just getting one, like I mentioned, really separates you from the pack, but it's a good starting point, because if you've maintained a license for a couple of years, then that shows not only to your traders that you're a reputable firm and you're serious, but it will show to other regulators that you're also a player in this industry. And if you want to upgrade and get one of these other licenses, it's going to be much easier when they've seen that you've complied with, let's say the Vanuatu regulator or the Labuan regulator, and you haven't caused any problems. Then it's going to be much easier to get this license. And that's the next step. I mean, everyone I think who starts a broker wants to rise to the top and get to this level. Well, just like anything, it's incremental. Now, it's true, you could start from scratch and get a license in the UK. It takes a lot of time and it's very expensive. And so that's why it makes more sense anyway to have a middle tier license, so that the revenue that you're generating from this first entity, from let's say a Labuan license, could be put eventually towards another one, and that the profits that you are making basically subsidize that larger investment. It makes more sense financially than just starting from scratch with no clients or business. So, those are the three, main advantages I've mentioned in previous videos, and I'll say again, you don't need a license to start, but if you want to take your broker to that level and really stand out from the crowd, then that's what you have to do. So if you want to discuss specific regions with us more, or just understand better how licenses work, we're here to help. We have contact information found at the bottom of this video, so feel free to contact us, click on the link, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks. Bye.